guys, welcome back. I just wanted to do a quick video tonight. I did pick up that pinball. Last night I worked on the Playfield a little bit more and I got quite a bit done. Still got a little bit more to go. I might have to sand this one spot. It's a little rough. I ordered some 2K spray paint for this, or clear coat, in a spray can. And what you have to do is there's an activator in it and you have to break the button at the bottom and it'll activate the clear. And then you have so long to use it. The reason why I got that was it's going to go on thicker, and I just figured it would, fill in a little bit better. So that's where I'm at on this. I'm just kind of slowly tinkering it when I get to it. Now, the pinball I picked up was in trade. I have $500 invested in it. I did some work for him and stuff. So it's less than half the value of it, I would say. It is an EM. It's one of the better ones. He did go through it and get it working for me, but he did not shop it as far as no rubbers, didn't clean the playfield or the cabinet or anything. I told him not to waste his time doing that. I would take care of it. I ended up ordering silicone rubbers or bands for this. Let me know what you guys think of those. Do they work good? Are they better? Are they more powerful, like they say in the ad? I've never tried them. I figured, you know what, why not? I ordered all red for it. Let's take a look at the game here. Don't mind my awesome electrical just hanging here. So what we have here is a Grand Prix by Williams. Back glass is 100% perfect. No flaking whatsoever. Only thing that is messed up with the back glass a little bit is where it says Grand Prix. It's a little faded out, so it's a little bit pink looking. I'm going to LED this whole thing. I'm going to put LEDs behind the Grand Prix, and that should fix that up nicely. But all the score reels are working. Everything that was important, he went through, adjusted, cleaned, did what he had to do. He didn't clean all the other switches. Some of the switches are self-cleaning. He said, play the game once I get it together. I'm not putting it on legs tonight because the legs need to be cleaned, sanded, and painted. So I'm going to paint them like I did the legs on Supersonic. Same paint, because those turned out really, really, really nice. And that's the color they're pretty much going to be. Also on the Supersonic here, I'm actually going to pull this off. I'm going to Bondo those. And then I bought some stainless steel carriage bolts, a little bit smaller than these, that I'm going to put in there. I'm going to polish them and just put them in the coin door, and that'll look a lot nicer. But anyways, let's look at this playfield here, which is extremely good. We have a tiny bit of wear where the flipper dragged, and the flipper luckily didn't drag bad enough to really make the wood part look too bad. Nothing's been magic erasered or anything like that, so I got a little bit of white touch-up I want to do there. The kick-out holes, we got a little bit, very, very little bit there. Very little bit there. But I just want to take care of these little spots now so it doesn't get worse. And we got a little bit right here. So basically, that little triangle of yellow, we can just repaint that, clear coat it. So we're just going to spot clear coat it here, 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 and there. And then that should be good to go. Look at how bad the rubbers are. It's not even really playable right now. But they did do the double bands over here. I asked him about that. I'm like, why did they do that? And he said a lot of times the operators wouldn't check on the game, so they would put two on there in case one broke, it still worked. That's what he told me. But anyways, it's in really good shape. I'm happy with it. Let me know what you guys think of this. Like I said, I'm not doing any crazy video tonight. We can look at how filthy the cabinet is. It used to be white, and look at that. Let's take a magic eraser real quick and just see if that cleans up. But I didn't think I was going to get any EMs. I have two, and that's all I plan on getting anytime soon. Like I said, this kind of just worked out as he needed a bunch of woodworking done on some head pieces. I cut a bunch of it. I only physically fixed two heads. All the other ones I just cut wood and gave it to him so he can put it together. So that was part of the deal as far as getting a good deal on this. Like I said, I have $500 invested in this. I think these things sell for 1,000 to 1,400 in really nice shape, you know, cleaned up and shopped. And this is going to be in nice shape. I don't plan on selling it anytime soon, but if I do, I know that I won't lose any money on the deal. Let me grab some window cleaner. I'm just curious to see how much of that brown will actually come off of here. I'm guessing nicotine. That would be my guess. I mean, I want to make this look nice. I don't want it to be crappy looking. And basically, I'm just doing cosmetics to it, so. Just gonna take a little elbow grease. I don't have a paper towel. Ugh. You can already see that white coming back. I mean, that's nasty. But from what I started with to that, I almost wonder if like simple green or something would work better. Dawn dish soap maybe? Or if you guys got any ideas, let me know. Stuff that you guys have done in the past. Because I'd imagine we want something to really cut that. It's got to be nicotine. It has to be. I mean, these games are from the 70s, 76 I think this one's from. So, you know, it's been in a bar for God knows how long. The funny thing is he got a bunch of pinballs, probably over 30, from this operator that he bought out. And they were all in really good shape. And for the most part, he just messed with them a little bit and they worked. He was thinking that maybe the operator in the day had these and, you know, newer games came up, you know, got invented or built or whatever you want to say. And he just thinks that maybe the operator just shoved these in his warehouse and put new ones into the locations. And these were probably working when they were taken out and just thrown in a warehouse to sit. Literally, this is from 1976. This thing could have been sitting from the early to mid 80s. You know what I mean? We don't, nobody knows. I mean, who knows what happened to it? Did it go to another location after one location? We don't know, obviously. I think the guy might have passed away, I'm not sure. And I don't know that these had coin counters or anything on these old ones. I don't see anything. I don't think they did. But it's clean. It's nice. It's going to be really nice when it's done. You know, I don't know how crazy I want to get with it, but I want to make it nice. You know, I don't want it to be I want to preserve it so it lasts. You know what I mean? I might repaint the head, the sides of the head, like the white areas of the head. You know, and I'll probably just use a foam roller, and then maybe I will put a little clear over top of it. Usually if you clear over top of it after using a foam roller, and you, believe it or not, as dumb as it may sound, if you use a paintbrush over it with like a satin or a matte finish clear, it actually levels out really nicely. Maybe I'll do that to the sides of the cabinet and stuff too. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how it cleans up. Just basically for me, it's just cosmetic. I'll probably clean up the rails and all that good stuff, but I'll make it look nice, and we'll play it once we get it together. I'm gonna get the legs painted in the next day or two. I got that car, that 59 Impala in the shop ready for paint. I just have to tape it off tomorrow and then it's ready to spray. So I'm moving along on that. I was out there till like 9 o'clock tonight, and then I brought this in because it was in my van. And then once the Impala's painted, I plan on working on Robotron and Sinistar this weekend. I want to start putting that together while working on the light show. Probably work on the light show during the day, and then Sinistar and Robotron at night. What was I going to say? I got to put the Impala together still and wet sand and buff it, but I'll probably be working on that on the weekend as well. Maybe early in the morning I'll do that. And then when it warms up, as long as it's not raining, I'll work on the light show for a while, and then I'll work on the games in the evening. Unfortunately, that's how it's going to be for the next couple weeks for me. Just extremely busy. I'm trying to get the light show ready we usually always start it on Thanksgiving, but I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I really just don't know. I'm redoing the whole entire house, wiring it all new, and then it still has to be put into the computer and programmed. So there's a lot to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. But anyways, this is just a quick video on what's going on with this guy. And I did some more investigating on laser ball. And if somebody can chime in and help me on this one too. So here's what I've come up with. The PIA is good. These chips are good. I put 2 new ones in. These chips are good. Put 2 new ones in. Transistors clearly working because the coil's locking on as soon as I turn the game on. Now, I started just testing resistors up here and here, okay? I tested these in circuit. Also, I tested them out of circuit. They all test fine. But I'll show you the manual in a minute. And I think I'm correct. If I'm reading the manual correctly, I believe I'm right with what goes where. And hopefully somebody can chime in and tell me. But I am slowly narrowing down the problem. So with everything plugged in, if I check these resistors up here on this top row, okay, with the resistors in circuit, they're 4.7 quarter watt resistor. I even changed this one to, it's a 4.7 half watt, which isn't a big deal. That's not going to hurt anything. But anyway, so if I test this first one in circuit, it's coming out 4.66, which is fine. Next one down. Come on. 4.66. Next one down. 4.7. Okay, now here's the problem child right here. Listen to this. Beeps. Okay? And I'm going to go show you the manual here in a minute. So we come onto this one, 4.65. Come onto this last one. 4.67. So I even lifted the leg on this one and tested it out of circuit, and it was fine. The old one that was in there. So I was like, I'll just put a new one in there just to be on the safe side. So I put a new one in there. Well, before I took the old one out, I took the board out. I had it on my bench, and I checked it again. And this does not beep when the wires are not plugged in. So it's got to be an issue in the wiring somewhere. Let's see if it does it with that unplugged. Nope. 4.62 reads fine. It's somewhere in these wires right here. And let me show you something, and correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'm going to show you on the manual what I think is what I'm looking at, if I'm reading it correctly or not. Okay, let me see if I can focus in on this guy. It's something, there's a wire, something's wrong with the wire somewhere. I'm just glad I think I've narrowed it down to that point. Okay. I'm actually going to hold the phone next to this so you guys can see it. And hopefully you guys can help me out here. So, I am having a problem with transistor on Q2. Okay? And see how there's a number 1 next to it? Does that correspond with resistor 1 right here? I would think so. And that's just magically the one that beeps. Out of all these and all these, that's the only one that beeps. So I'm guessing that one corresponds with this one here, which is Q2. And this is the circuit I'm having an issue with. That's the pop bumper that's causing me hell. So now when I unplug this connector here, the 2J13, those go to all the pop bumpers. When I unplug those, magically, that no longer beeps, which means there is something wrong in the wires coming into this connector here. I'm going to have to really look under there. Is it a pinched wire? Is it a wire that's melted against something else? I don't know. But I got to figure out what it is. And let me know if I'm correct on this, please. I'd really appreciate that if I am reading this right or wrong. I think I'm reading it right, because if you look here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you have up here 1 through 6. Okay. And then if you go over to the parts side, hold on one second. You come down here and we look at here, resistor R1 through R6, and then obviously number 2777, all those are 4.7 k ohm, quarter watt. Okay. So I know that they're 4.7 and they're testing in circuit and out of circuit fine. I mean, 4.65 is perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. See, here's the one I took out. I just figured, you know what, I'm just gonna take it out anyways just to see. And I did, and the test, there's nothing wrong with this resistor. But I put another one in anyways. It was just whatever. Not a big deal. But anyways, if you guys can help me out on that, that would be awesome. People have been helping me, and I appreciate it. It's just a dumb, stupid thing, and I'm going to find it and be like, oh my God, I wasted all that time, and that's what it was. But at least now, I believe I've narrowed it down correctly. You guys will let me know, I'm sure. Somebody will, and that would be appreciative. But other than that, that's about it. I got one monitor chassis rebuilt last night for a K7000 19-inch, and I have one more I need to get done. I'll probably do this on Thursday night. I'm not videoing it. That chassis down there was a mess. Somebody did a cap kit on it, and I don't know what they did. The desoldering gun, or they used just a soldering iron, and they ruined so many pads on the bottom of the board. I had to take some of my leads to my capacitors and physically solder them to the lifted pad, and then direct it over to the next one. So what I did was I just left my leg long and then soldered it over to there. Same thing with this one, same thing with that one, that one. But look at, you can just see, I don't know if you can see on camera, I don't know how far zoomed in I am, but there's just so much black and stuff all over the board. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but I had to jump here, jump there, jump there. These are two caps right by each other, and the two negatives are closest to each other, and those are all screwed up. I had to jump one there. So I jumped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had to make 10 jumpers. 11. 10 or 11. But yeah, somebody really heated the crap out of this thing. I'm thinking they probably just used a solder gun to get them off, and they just really heated it up and pulled them out. That's the only thing I can come up with. But this one's done. It's got a new flyback as well. I still need to test it, but I tested all the components. Everything seems okay, so in theory it should work. Actually, I missed this one. Look at that. Another broken pad. Totally missed that last night because it was getting late. So I need to fix that. And that's another common failure right there, and that's probably what was wrong with this to begin with. But the guy that I'm doing these for said he wanted new caps and new flybacks. So I said, no problem. I'll do that for you. So I got to fix that. This one's completely screwed up, but there is a trace that runs over to this pad right here, which is not being used, but I can solder to it. So I'll just have to take a snipped off leg from a capacitor, and I'll just jump it from here to there, and then I need to resolder that side. And I'll bet you that's going to fix this, the rest of this up. But I tested it last night. I just didn't notice it. I had it hanging upside down, and I just didn't even notice it. But yeah, I think as loose as can be. And that's very, very common with these K7000s, is these ceramic resistors get loose. I don't know if it's from the heat and the weight of them causes it to get loose or not, but it does. You got to keep in mind, a lot of these chassis, depending on the frame you have, you know, they're sitting on an angle or something like that. But you test this, you test these guys. You know, if these are all testing good, you're pretty much fine. You can test the hot right there. You can test this right here. I think that's the, I forget what they call it, something with the horizontal. But anyways, yeah, so I'll fix that one spot on there. And that one's ready for testing. And then I got to get this one done. Let's see if this guy's tight. It's been resoldered. Oh boy. We got another messed up one here. This is common, guys. It's the stupid width coils. They catch on fire or melt and what happens is it screws all this up. So luckily on these width coils is all these pins on the one side all go to the same lead, so you can just do what they did, just run right around. And then there's these ones attached to this. So they did it right. Everything seems pretty tight. Don't know what's missing there. Oh, nothing. Okay. So yeah, we'll get this one recapped and a new flyback on this one. This one has an original flyback with a big crack in it. Several cracks in it. We got one here, one running up that way. So yeah, we'll replace that, put all new caps on this one. And that should be about it. So that's it for tonight, guys. Just figured I'd make a quick video. I did get a bunch of tip 102s. Actually, I got a 10-pack in yesterday and a 10-pack came today. I got them off of Amazon. And then I got these 2N4401s transistors. A 100-pack was like $7 on Amazon. So I got these as well. I still have a few, but I don't have a lot of them. So I just figured when I'm getting low in my drawers and I know I only have like one or two left, I just go on and order some. And I actually wanted these to come quick because I didn't know if that was going to be one of the issues on that board or not, which turned out not to be, but no big deal. I have these for a long time now, and I have probably 25, maybe 30 tip 102s. A tip 102 is a replacement you can use for a tip 120. These will handle, I believe, more voltage. Voltage? I think it's a higher. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, they're a better chip. Or a better transistor rather than a 120. And I ordered 10 packs of the 7402s and 7408s. So I have spares of those now too. So that's it, guys. I am going to end this video. And let me know what you guys think of the Grand Prix. Let me know if I'm reading that schematic correctly or not. Other than that, that's about it, guys. I will see you guys probably tomorrow for a little bit. We'll do something. Got to keep moving forward. I can't take off time now. It's crunch time. I got to get this basement back together. I got to get these games together. So I got a lot to get done. And we got to get those games done for the guy in Michigan. He's ready for them. And I want to get them to him before the weather turns like crap. So that's high up on my list. And also I want to get that, you know what, maybe trying to think if I have time. Maybe on Thursday night if I have time, maybe we'll spend a half an hour to an hour on that Space Encounters and get the wiring harness put in, the power supply and the boards and everything, and just turn it on and see if it does anything. At least then I'll kind of know where I'm going at on that game there. Chances are I'm going to have to do some other work to it, but we'll see what happens. So thanks, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.